His bio is in the program, but to give you a little feel for who Orlando was and where Orlando came from, I'm going to ask Mike Calvin to come forward. Mike grew up with Orlando in the Ivy. We ran, I say we because I was up there many days as I was 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And now we're here, hardback old men. So if you'll come forward and say a couple of words on Orlando's behalf.
Good evening. Orlando and I met over 50 years ago. I'm not going to say how much over 50 because we would aged ourselves. But I think I met him when I was 2 and he was 1. And he was the most competitive person that I met at that time. He went on to compete in athletics, in cricket. I represented Comamere, which was a real powerhouse. And eventually he went on to New Jersey to Seton Hall University, where he held the indoor track record for the 800 meters for many years. He represented Barbados in 1976 at the Olympics in Montreal, and we were so proud of him. But Orlando went back to Barbados and he coached at Harrison's College, and I think he might have been the first Olympic medal that we got with Obadeli Thompson. He was his coach. He went on to the Cayman Islands. Today, he's a major coach here in Tampa, has been recognized as Coach of the Year. So ladies and gentlemen, give me a round of applause for Orlando Greene, who has contributed so much to the development of sports in Barbados and in America. Thank you.
You stay right here, no, don't go. For the presentation of this award, Mr. Paul Lindstrom, where are you? Paul, can you please come? Paul Lindstrom is the athletic director of Newsom High School.
I'd like everybody just to know that about 6 years ago, we had a coach come to me and tell me that Coach Greene, who was at a rival high school, due to budget cuts, that high school is going to have to let him go. That coach came to me and told me we needed to get Orlando Greene at Newsom High School. I told Coach that I'd get together, we'd get an interview with him. That coach was willing to step aside and sit down as head coach and become Orlando's head coach, or assistant coach, in order to get Orlando to Newsom High School. Well, we set up an interview with Coach. Coach came in, and immediately I knew if any of you played the lotto or gamble or slot machines or anything, we had the jackpot right here as a teacher and a coach. And coming to know him after these 6 years, he's more of the jackpot as a person as well. Our kids at Newsom High School are very fortunate and grateful, and the teachers and the administration is very grateful to have him be a part of Newsom High School. As they said, he's won numerous Coaches of the Year awards, but also his teams have also won the GPA awards for our county numerous times as well. That's an award that goes to the highest grade point average for the team. So Orlando is a role model not only on the athletic field, but in the classroom as well. We're very grateful and proud to have Orlando represent Newsom High School, but he also represents all student athletes in Hillsborough County in Barbados as well. So thank you for sharing him with us. We'd also like to thank Mrs. Greene for sharing him with us. I think track season ended about 3 weeks ago. I think the following Monday he started working on cross country, getting ready for an invitational we're going to have in September. He works year round, and we're very appreciative of everything he does for Newsom High School. Thanks, Coach.
I'm going to dispense with protocol. Mike and Coach Lindstrom presented me for this award. They said a lot of good things, but it wasn't always good. I remember as a boy in the village growing up, running the road just around, the Ivy, Belgada area. And I played a lot of cricket in the road with the guys. Ran whenever we got tired of cricket. We ran races. I remember beating everyone. But my grandmother always wanted a doctor in the house. So very often she would call me off the streets to come inside and read a book. But throughout the years, she always supported, my sports pursuits. I remember when I went on to Combermere, my first races in Division 5. My mother, I'd like to give thanks to her. She was a seamstress in those days, and she made my first short pants to run in. That was a long time ago, and I think if I could find that pants today, it would still fit me. But bless their heart. But between her and my grandmother, they always made sure that when it comes to sports time, I was well supported. I played some cricket, that was also mentioned. I represented the school in the under-15 cricket competition. And from there, I went on to represent Combermere School in the first division competition. That was unprecedented because a lot of cricketers in those days had to go through, the second division. But I went from under-15 straight into the first division. And that was a baptism of fire. Because back in those days, the late 60s, you still had a number of prominent West Indian cricketers. Remember bowling to cigar field sobers. And you bowl that ball, it's a good ball there, youngster. Bowl a good ball there, youngster. And the next time, good ball there, youngster. And we had to catch a bus across the War Road to pick it up. I played against, Charlie Griffith West, all the top West Indian cricketers. And like I said, at 13 years old, I made the cricket team. My grandmother again decided I wasn't a man, so I had to play in short pants. I didn't play in long pants. But I have to give a lot of people thanks, for my career. I don't want to be too long because we want to get to music and everything else. But my first year in Combermere, I ran into Bertie, Lucas, and Michael Lawrence. And those fellas ran the pants off for me. So it took about 4 years when I got to Division 2 that I became somebody. But at school, the teachers, my principal, they always stuck with me. They helped me all the way through. And then my first year in Division 2, I was able to win the 800 and the mile at Combermere School. And then I went on to the inter-school sports. And we had some battles for the next 4 or 5 years with the guys from Coach and Prairie. I can call Cyrus, I can call King, I can call McLean, a whole group of kids. Every year they threw at me. And I battled on. Then on to university. And it was really rough then. Coming from 80 degrees all year. And then all of a sudden, September, began to get cold. And I'm out there in short pants and a t-shirt, trying to run. And I learned the discipline of not only competing in the school, but running every day, basically, for a living. That was my life at university. Went back to Harrison College in 1977 with a degree, but no experience in coaching. And this is where Frank Blackman came in, the Doyen of Athletics in Barbados. I always depended on Blackie to help me out. He was a little bit motorcycle on the evenings coming to college. And he helped me in my early years of coaching. And I'd like to thank Blackie for that. I'd like to thank Coach Moon for taking the chance on bringing me to Seton Hall. And thank the staff and the students at Harrison College for putting up with me through all those years. And it's all in the brochure, things went well. Cayman Islands, and then my last stop, Newsom. I'd like to thank the Newsom people for really, taking me under their wings and, doing things. As Paul says, it's a all year round thing. I'm not looking for honors. I just want to make things better, for the youngsters. And I just give it, my all to make sure that, we're getting better, myself, getting better. So I'd like to thank the Barbados Association, Hendy, for, thinking about me and presenting this award. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.